Fight Fest continues with the premiere of Champion, starring one Natalie Class and, of course, our pal Madusa. First off, Natalia, this is a very cool opportunity for you. Acting is so ingrained in this universe, and now getting a chance to spread your wings a little bit. What was the experience like for you?
Well, it was amazing. I've actually started acting before I did anything in professional wrestling. Since the age of 4, I was doing like theater plays, and that was like the field that I really was passionate about. And then I got the opportunity to do a TV series for the first time because I've done like many films, nothing that big, but this is a bigger level, and it's just amazing. It's plain amazing.
When you actually put those things together, it's like, okay, I'm in a featured film right now, doing this entirely different form of storytelling than what you're used to. How fulfilling was the experience for you?
It was amazing because I actually happened to share a similar story to the character that I got to play, and it was like an emotional roller coaster, everything from the audition. I remember reading the script for the first time and being like, wow, I feel like I've been this person at some point in my life, and just memorizing her lines and kind of giving her layers, just trying to figure out where is this character headed. It's just been just a fulfilling experience, like really just being somebody that I'm not, but kind of connected to the heart the same way.
Well, tell us a little bit about this, because this is very much a story about adversity, a story about family. What can you share with the audience that you personally really connected with this story? Because it seems like it resonated close.
Yeah, so my character, without giving too many spoilers, she had like a rough path with her parents, and I was luckily enough raised by my mother, but my dad left when I was pretty young. So I know what it's like to lose a parent to a career, and my character, her mom and dad were really into the MMA industry, and my dad was like pursuing baseball, and my mom got to be a mom. So I was familiar with that feeling, and so that one was close to the heart. But then working with other people that share similar stories without putting anybody out there, I just got to experience what everybody was feeling. It was like a really it's heavy but enlightening.
Putting yourself in that, taking yourself mentally and getting into that mindset, I have to imagine that has to be a pretty challenging experience as an actress. What did you learn about yourself during the process of this film?
I've got more comfortable in being vulnerable. I've always been cast as a villain, and I am very comfortable in that.
You're very good at it, too.
Thank you. So kind of just removing that mask and entering this realm of softness, and I let people see what I really feel. So it was definitely challenging. It took a lot of my real emotions, because you can't just pretend to feel something. You have to really get in there. So I don't know, it just brought up some old feelings that maybe I needed to manage to.
A little emotional therapy through the process of this, not the worst thing in the world.
Helpful.
Well, you got a chance to work with someone who is a trailblazer in the pro wrestling industry, Madusa, Alundra Blaze. What was it like working with her, and what did you think of her acting chops?
Well, first of all, beyond amazing. She was a wonderful person to have around, and I've had plenty of experience with different people in wrestling, so usually stars at that level aren't that nice. So I'll say this about Madusa: she was such a pleasure to be around. I was shaking really when I first got to sit down and work with her. I hadn't met her. I had liked her stuff online, but she hadn't even followed me back or anything. So I was like, okay, here we go. And my friends were all saying, oh, she's great. You're going to get along just great. So I was a little terrified when I first sat down with her. But after the whole experience, it really felt very familiar. So I got very comfortable, and it was all thanks to her.
Yeah, I mean, she's just accomplished so much in the industry. She's got the movie, she's got the book, all the monster truck stuff as well, a general badass, and to get a chance to work alongside her, I'm sure it must have been a special feeling. How did pro wrestling specifically help prepare you to take on a role like this, whether it's in the acting realm or the understanding character, whatever it may be?
Yeah, so for the acting, it was more my studies in college, but for as far as like the physical stuff and kind of understanding the life of somebody that's trying to make it in the fighting industry, it was awfully similar, and just the behind the scenes of paying your dues and really like knocking on people's door for them to give you a chance. It was like pretty much my life. So I was like, this is fitting. It's so fitting. It's ironic in some funky, funny ways.
Well, what's one thing that you'd like everyone out there to know about this movie and why they should see it?
Well, I think it's a different story, for sure. You don't get to see every day. I just don't want to spoil the biggest part of this thing. But there is one thing that happens that I personally haven't seen it done before in any film or any TV series. So I think it's more about that family war that we got going on. I think, I don't want to say it.
You don't have to. That's okay.
It's just so good. Let's just say it's a really good story. It involves a lot of drama within the family, and you just have to see this. It's so good.
Next thing you know, you're kicking ass in a Marvel movie. It's just going to take a few years.
That would be amazing.
Yeah. Who would you like to pair up with in a Marvel movie?
I don't know. I never thought about that, but I certainly would like to be a character, something like Elektra. I've always thought about that. I don't know. I had this
I see the vibe.
dream, I guess. I'm wearing a whole full suit and carrying some knives and going into a real fight and throwing some crazy legs. I don't know.
I see the vibe. I get it entirely. Too, you got the hair getting ready to go too. It's very superhero. I'm ready for it. I'm into it. Champion premiering right here on FITE. Make sure you go check it out. Natalie, thank you so much for your time.
Thank you.